Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Aquarius for the month of April. It is a general reading, so it will not resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. If this does not sound like your story, check your moon and your rising sign. Your messages could be there. If not, check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. So, this reading is a little different. It is a blind spot reading. So, with regards to this situation here, if it resonates, I encourage you to continue till the end because I will point out your blind spot and where you should be looking, what you need to see with regards to this situation. So, let's begin. You're in the hangman mode here in the center, and you've put yourself here. So it is coming with the strength card in reverse. So there's something you are fearful of that you're thinking about. And it has to do with the King of Cups in the reverse. So you are fearful, perhaps, of somebody's intentions or of their feelings, um, or perhaps that you don't know how this person feels. You're playing your cards close to your chest. You may be fearful that they're like maybe they're coming on like they are emotionally available when they aren't, you see, because he is in the reverse. But this is what you're thinking. Doesn't mean it's true. So this is with regards to somebody from your past, clearly, because you're very sensitive here about handing your heart to this person, to move forward with this person. You may have been or feel, again, because you are in the hangman mode, um, that perhaps you were over trusting this person in the past. So this would be why you would be more secretive, playing your cards close to your chest. You could be with this card here of Aries. We have Aries, the strength, and Libra here. So you could be perhaps holding on to a grudge from something that this person you felt that they did to you in the past. And you would be worried with the card of strength because it does represent the base. Um, Whether this has the strength to or the foundation to be able to build up from. Um, Whether because this fox here is very clever fox, he's doing a balancing act on those scales, trying to keep them balanced, afraid to fall and land on that porcupine there. So you would be afraid that the balance may not be equal here and that you might get hurt. You're trying to get to the truth or to see the truth of a situation. I feel that with Sagittarius here because they want to get to the truth about and this card can speak to expansion also. So this would be about expanding or progressing, like the Chariot here, with something, handing your heart out or opening your heart to somebody who may have hurt you, and you may be holding on to this grudge. Um, yes, see, the Nine of Cups here is what you're looking at, and you're wondering if you would be able to overcome the difficulties that you experienced with this person in the past, and whether you can advance or proceed to the next chapter, so to speak. You're doing a lot of thinking about this. I'll just move your sigil here. you're doing a lot of thinking about this. This has to do with a second chance. Um, but and you know the wyvern is it's about second chances, but it's also about secrets. Um, so you would be longing for somebody, or longing or dreaming, in fact, because air is here, um, of love. You might be overthinking something. Um, there could be, with this card of seduction being here, there could have been messages or will be messages um, of love, of seduction. This can actually be a card of affair. So um, for some of you, that might apply. It's love messages, gestures of love, but you would be questioning these things from what I can see. And as much as you want it, you may not be so open to it or worried about opening your heart to this person again. This person, according to you here, um, they may not have played fair in the past. So either you or they would have walked away from the relationship. There's recognition of somebody perhaps not having been fair, or having been dishonest, possibly. This would have been a relationship that broke up very quickly, caused a lot of damage, which I feel for you is in the emotional arena. So you've been trying to pick up these pieces. There was a separation, we see it here. Okay, so there's communication that you're not quite trusting, having to do with a new beginning, but there's, from out of the past, there's something that eats away at you because it wasn't balanced. The Wheel of Fortune brings in this news, brings in somebody from your past, and you are looking at the details because you're not quite sure about this person or whether you can trust this person. This person may have been watching you, or this is you gathering information, playing your cards close to your chest, wanting to be able to see the bigger picture, to see clearer, having to do with potential for growth and whether you can rebuild or overcome your difficulties. In the past, it's possible that this person may have pulled your strings. This is what you're thinking. Because you're going within here, and what are you thinking about? You're thinking about the marionette. So you don't want to be or to have your strings pulled by this person. Okay, so um, you don't want second best. You don't want to settle for less. In the past, it was toxic in some way. The Empress is in the reverse. And this is the hand that's reaching out. The relationship was in very choppy waters. This is what you're thinking of, and you're thinking, well, I want my 10 of Cups. I don't want to settle for less. So um, the relationship, there's an opportunity here, but somebody is not taking action on it, and because of um, feeling like this person could be manipulating them emotionally, that they're not really as available as they appear to be. that they could be leading you astray, deceiving you in some way. And you're wanting to shed light on this situation. You're worried about the consequences with the canon. Um, the canon, it can be something from the past that was explosive. Um, and the Empress is here in reverse, Magician in the reverse. So it could be that there was an argument in the past that somebody exploded or overreacted with all these cards together, and it came to an end. So light could something could light this up again, and this would need to be cleared up. Why indeed that happened. You are lacking confidence. There's news coming. If you don't have it yet, it's coming in. But there is news for a new opportunity. But this is why you're here. You're trying to look at it. You're studying it from every angle because you're lacking confidence in it, and you're somewhat afraid to reach for that opportunity again to hand your heart out to this person so that they might trample on it or something. Okay, so this is what you fear. Can you work through the issues of the past? So there's news coming out of the past. It's here again. And what is weighing heavily on your mind is a conversation that will be had, and you are open to talking about this person. This could also be weighing heavily on your mind because you are very tempted by the offer here. Question is, do you put your heart out there again? So your sigil, interestingly, number 11 is the sigil of free will. So if you've drawn this sigil, what you are currently not seeing about your situation is that you are out of touch with your free will at this moment. This means in your life in general and in the situation at hand, you need to take responsibility in some way and take actions as a result of that responsibility in order to feel free and empowered. Freedom is a sense of being able to think, to speak, or to act according to what we want without hindrance or restraint. Freedom is something that all people value, and it is something that all people need to a certain extent. It is also a guarantee that because we live on a planet with other people, we will experience the loss of freedom at certain points in our life. Free will is essentially free choice. No matter how much freedom we seem to lack in a situation, we always have it because we always have choice. Even if that choice is not a choice we want to make. Even if we are choosing between two things, both of which we don't want. Now is the time to get back in touch with that freedom inherent in whatever choice you do have and can make. Responsibility comes with a certain kind of pressure. we could consider that pressure the price of free will and autonomy. That pressure is only worth it to people if they can see that they can get something positive out of taking on that pressure. Some of the things a person could get as a result of taking on that pressure, for example, are authority, self-esteem, a sense of personal accomplishment, control, and rather ironically, freedom. Free will has so much to do with what makes you as an individual feel good and what is right for you specifically. That if you have drawn this sigil, you may have trouble chronically in your life with desire. You see, when we're young, we have no problem following our feelings and thus intrinsic motivation to the ends of the earth. But when someone, our survival depends on, makes that selfish or otherwise wrong, or makes it too hard for us to achieve what we desire with our free will, we suppress those emotions as well as motivation. Basically, the person who struggles chronically with desire and free will has learned that it is not safe to want. So pretty soon, they have no motivation to speak of. They don't know what they want. They become apathetic. If you peel back apathy and look at the root emotion that is actually there, the root vibration that causes apathy is despair, the complete loss or absence of hope. This is sheer powerlessness. It is the ultimate form of discouragement. But this perception of powerlessness is not accurate. It is the residual perception you adopted from childhood experience. You are the young elephant who was tied to a tree that it could not move. But you are that elephant that grew to an adult that is fully capable of uprooting that tree you were tied to. But you do not do it because you still believe that you cannot. If you have drawn this sigil, change is not in the hands of anyone else in this situation. You can't wait for them to do something to get you to where you want to be. You need to make choices, no matter how difficult they are. You need to become aware of your free will again. It is your life. You came here to live it. You can be free, but freedom comes with great responsibility and difficult choices. So this is where you will need to be looking. It is what you should be thinking about. Perhaps it is the one place you have not yet looked. I thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in donations. Many blessings.